People often ask the question, is the American dream dead? I believe the moment we stop dreaming, we might as well be. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, the creator of American Dream TV, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. A real show showing you real neighborhoods from real professionals. Today, we're going to take you all across the country, showing you why we live in the greatest country on the planet. Let's get this show started right now.
From coast to coast, it's not just about houses. It's about how people live, work, and dream. These streets hold stories. These homes hold hope. And the people, they're the heartbeat of something bigger. This isn't just real estate. This is the real America. One neighborhood at a time. Welcome to your neighborhood. Welcome to the American Dream.
You guys, we are bringing you inside the Tioga Machine Shop today. If you've ever wondered what the heck goes on inside of here, I got these guys to give us an inside look. Stay tuned. Okay, so my first, impression when I first walked in here was all these cranes.
You got everything is heavy, so you got to have a crane to lift it.
How many cranes total are in here? Is it over 20 of them? I think I counted one day. Yeah, that's a lot of cranes.
Outside, inside.
Sure, just so you can move everything around.
Most machines have a crane for loading and unloading.
Okay. What's the heaviest thing you guys load? I see it's up to 2,000 pounds, 10 ton.
10 ton, yeah.
So what's the difference in all the machines?
Just the size.
Okay. So when something goes haywire with these machines, you guys fix them as well, yeah?
Well, we usually have a technician come in from the cities.
Sure. This is a tool washer, all that, all your parts, toys, tools, all that stuff, huh?
Yep.
This bin was kind of intriguing the first time I walked in here too.
Oh.
This is just shavings and extra stuff off whatever.
Yeah, the metal parts of your machining, all the chips come out to a conveyor and drop in here.
Okay.
Of course, there's everything else too, so.
Right. What do you guys do with this stuff? Do they recycle?
It goes in the dumpster and recycle.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good deal. So then all of this stuff in here, is this kind of like fine tuning and fine cutting the...
Well, it's a milling machine. You cut keyways.
Oh, okay, milling.
And stuff like that.
Okay. There's a lot going on in here. This is incredible.
Milling machines, there's 3 milling machines.
Okay.
And then there's another hollow spindle lathe here.
Same thing, maybe just for smaller stuff because it's not coming in from the outside?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's a tail roll off a truck.
Oh, wow.
You know, when they drag the stuff on the semi,
okay,
up over the back end.
Sure.
That's the roller that sits in the back.
Wow. Wow. You guys literally fix everything. You can make everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then we got a tool board, all our tools, socket.
This is the biggest socket I've ever seen in my life.
Well, yeah, let's see.
Zeus, you got to get this. Look at this wrench. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I've never seen a socket this big ever.
So we made it bigger.
Have you? I suppose you guys make those too, huh?
You can't buy it, you gotta make it.
You're right. That's kind of the motto here, huh? You guys make it happen?
Yeah.
This is the bucking machine, and it's an antique, but all it is basically the force of a drilling rig turned sideways. It's for screwing and unscrewing extremely tight things put together, such as drilling subs, pipe, casing, anything that just normally can't be taken apart. And I guess the reason I like it is that we've maintained it so it no longer does it, but it used to shoot sparks and fire, but now it's just noisy.
All good.
Well, yeah, at least it makes some noise for you. Moving along to beastly machines, we got the 600-ton press, which is just insane. We, at the moment, don't have something to demonstrate it, but most shops don't have a press anywhere near this size.
Wow.
This one's missing its badge, but yet again, another World War II veteran.
you guys, it's just your everyday job. To somebody like me, it's crazy to watch. How many years have you done it?
11 and a half years.
Good for you. That's awesome. What's the coolest thing you made?
Made a lot of cool stuff.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, what's the neat, like something very absurd or like that you never expected you'd have to fix or make or whatever?
All the things that we've had to fix on things. I mean, there's so many different things that we've worked on here.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to come through the door.
Right.
That's the coolest part about this is you can work on so many different things. You may work on 20 things the same one day, the next day you can work on 20 different things.
Right.
It all depends on what comes through the door and what needs to be fixed. So,
Like we were talking about earlier, you guys, they don't make an appointment.
no.
It's like, okay, it broke. I need you to fix it.
Right now.
Right now.
And that's anything with the oil field, they want it right now because they're losing thousands of dollars
You're right.
by not having their equipment up and running. Or
Sure. If it's broken, they can fix it. And if they don't have the part or the tool, they can definitely make it. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I'm Callie Bratling, your American Dream TV host at the Tioga Machine Shop.
Welcome to Palmer, Alaska, where the beer is cold and the real estate market is hot. On today's episode of The American Dream, we're gonna check out Palmer's newest brewery, Palmer Brewing. Then we're gonna head over to George's View, which is a barn dominium project in memory of veteran George Carr. I'm your realtor host, MJ Mata Gillis. You're watching Alaska Lifestyle. Hi guys.
Hi, welcome to Palmer Brewing.
Thank you.
I'm Frank.
Frank, nice to meet you. I'm MJ. Jeremiah, nice to meet you. So you guys are the talk of the town. We are so excited that you've opened up. Tell us how you got this started and why we're the lucky ones to have your new brewery here.
Well, brewing has always been a passion of mine since I was about 21 years old. Always wanted to open a brewery. I wrote a business plan for one in 2011 with a friend of mine that didn't pan out. I went a different way career-wise, and then this license became available right here in Palmer in my backyard. You only get one life, so might as well give it a shot.
YOLO. I'm excited. Thank you. And so everybody's talking about your lagers, how delicious they are, how smooth and crisp they are. Tell us a little bit why you're the winner of the lager game so far.
The winner of the lager. That's a good term. But yeah, we do the traditional European style decoction mashing that I don't think many people do up here. It's starting to take hold in the lower 48, and it just creates a nice, clean, crisp lager. We also lager our lagers for 6+ weeks, and yeah, it just creates a better product in my mind than some of the other ones that are being produced right now. So
that sounds delicious. I think I'll take my coat off, stay for a while. May I get one of those lagers poured, please?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, this is absolutely delicious. It is very crisp and clean, like you guys talked about. I see why people love your lagers. I'm getting kind of a toffee, kind of malty flavor. Am I on track there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Vienna lager is a medium colored lager, sort of an amber color, and that comes from Vienna malt and Munich malt, which are both heavily used in that recipe, which give it that kind of toffee caramel note, but still very crisp, clean, and drinkable. That's one thing we love about the style, is that it's really drinkable, but you can actually get a good amount of that malt flavor in there.
All right, so this is where all the magic happens. So tell us a little bit about the brew process.
So yeah, the brew process is basically making a fancy oatmeal, if you will. So we have a lager here. We have a mill on the other side. Our grains stored over here. And we use this, it's called a mash tun. And the lager feeds into the mash tun. From there, we let it sit for however long. It depends on which beer. We transfer it over to the kettle, which that's when we add the hops, spices, or whatever. From there, we go through, it's called a chiller, the yellow thing in the back.
Okay.
and then we transfer to any one of these tanks, which we have 11 of, and those are fermenters. And we cool it off to, 50 to 68 degrees and add yeast to it, and that's where it actually becomes beer.
Okay.
So, and then depending on what kind of beer it is, it's 2 weeks to, like I said, 2 months for the beer, and then we kick it out to the tap room, either via this little canner that we have or kegs.
All right, guys. Well, this was so much fun today. I definitely want to take these cans to go. I'm actually going to hike Pioneer Peak. I love that that's in your logo.
Yeah, that's our actual building in the logo also.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, thank you guys again. It was so much fun.
Coming. Nice to meet you.
I'm going to go sack that peak now.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. I am now standing on the future site of the George's View project. We are just minutes from the Palmer Brewery, the Alaska State Fairgrounds, and downtown Palmer. George was an Air Force veteran and a realtor who I had the pleasure of becoming friends with through a veterans nonprofit organization. At 88 years old, George used to tell me his plan to build his forever home here, a barn-dominium that had unobstructed views looking out at Pioneer Peak. So let's go ahead and meet the builder and learn about the barn-dominium project he has in store to carry on George's legacy.
My name is Brett Walker with First Colony Developers. We're just going with a vision. The man who owned this property here before, George Carr, had a vision, and he wanted to have a barn-dominium on this section back here, looking at that amazing view of Pioneer Peak and the Mat-Su Peak behind us. So what we've envisioned here is actually 5 homes on this property. Each one will have just about an acre of property with unobstructed views of Pioneer Peak.
So stay tuned. I'm so grateful to be aligned with Brett on this project, to see George's View come to fruition, and to really carry on his legacy on behalf of the late George Carr and his beautiful wife, Barb. So stay tuned. Can't wait to show you what we're gonna build, what he's gonna build.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yes. Thank you again for joining me to see what's brewing and building in the city of Palmer. I hope you'll stay tuned to see the George's View project come to fruition, and we'll see you next time on the American Dream Alaska Lifestyle.
Hello, and welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Cheryl Roberts. And today, we're going to be meeting with a creative small business owner whose work helps to turn houses into homes. Her beautiful painted pieces help to add a welcoming and personal touch to front porches across the country. I'm so excited to learn more about her story and business, so let's step inside and meet Tamara Bennett with Southern Adornments. Hi Tamara, thank you so much for having us in your home today. I'm so excited to learn more about your story. So would you mind giving us a little bit of information about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so our business is Southern Adornments Decor. And it's kind of cool that you guys are here because I have an online business. So not many people in our community really know what Southern Adornments is about. We teach door hanger painting. And so anybody can join in with us and paint with us no matter where you are. And it's a really great community.
So how did Murray inspire you, and how does that connection help you in your business?
Yeah, so you know how Murray has been deemed the friendliest small town in America? I don't know how many times now.
Many.
We are very well known for our friendliness, and I grew up here from birth. So I feel like that friendliness and the connectedness in the community has just been a part of who I am. And so I have kind of like put that into my painting community as well. Everyone is welcome, no matter whether you're scared to pick up a paintbrush,
that would be me,
or whether you've been painting for years. If you desire to learn how to do this and feel connected to other people in our community, everyone is welcome.
What do you enjoy most about helping others create?
I think it's being able to see that moment when they realize they've created something that they didn't think that they could do. I know you yourself have talked about you're like, I don't need to have a paintbrush in my hand. It's going to be so uncomfortable. But I love knowing that if I can walk you through step by step from getting from a blank door hanger to something beautifully painted. And if I get you to, we have a saying in our community, trust the process. If I can get you to trust the process and follow me step by step, by the end of it, you're going to be amazed at what you've been able to paint and so proud of yourself. And it gives you a confidence boost that you didn't have before.
Where do all of the people come from that you work with?
Well, we have people in our community from all over the United States, but I would say the vast majority of our community is a little bit more in the South. In the South, we like to decorate our front porches.
We do.
The outside front porch is just as much a part of our living space as the inside. And so decorating the front porch is very natural for people in the South. But I even have people in New York, Washington State. One of my favorite things is that we have a grandmother who lives in Texas and her granddaughter lives up in Washington State. So they live thousands of miles apart from one another. Yet they get together every Sunday on a Zoom call and paint a door hanger together. So it's a way that they can connect across the miles. And so that's just one way that our community has brought people together through painting.
That's wonderful. Do you do anything locally?
I used to teach local paint parties and things like that, but most of my stuff these days is online. We are having a local event, though, this summer for our community, and we'll have people coming from all over the United States to Kentucky to paint with me live.
That's amazing.
It is. So this is our wood shop where all the magic happens with it when it comes to cutting out the wood blanks for everybody.
Great. And this is where you ship it as well?
Yes.
Wonderful. So how does that happen?
Well, we have several really large laser machines, like they're about the size of a minivan, and they cut out lots of door hangers. But what this all does is it makes it easy for the person who wants to paint one of these. Just get straight to the fun part, the painting. They don't have to cut the piece themselves or go hunt it down at a craft store. They can just sit down and paint.
That's really cool. And you told me that you actually started this with a jigsaw on your front porch. Was the number one piece that you started, and now you have all of this to ship all over the country.
Yeah. Prior to the pandemic, I was still manually cutting everything by hand. But then when everybody was on lockdown, they needed something to paint. And all of a sudden I realized we got a problem to solve. So we built this shop and my husband came and he runs it full time. And it's been such a blessing for us and our customers.
That's amazing. So Tamara, I've always heard that painting can be therapeutic for people. Have you experienced that in this business?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the women in our community look at this as their escape. So many of them are battling illnesses, caring for loved ones, or even just in the thick of it of momhood like I used to be. And so this allows them to have something that even on a bad day, they have something positive they can turn to. And somehow that helps them process their emotions, and at the end of it, they have something beautiful that they've created, even on a day when they've had a horrible day at work or whatever it is.
I can see that. So are there any stories that you can think of that you've been through that have helped people along the way through the painting process?
Yeah, one of our members, she has a husband who has like dementia, and she is his full-time caregiver. And she was able to come to one of our live events called Southern Adornments Live. It's like a 2-day crafting retreat. And that for her was like a vacation. She got to come and just be herself. She wasn't somebody's caregiver on that day. She just got to enjoy painting and connecting with other women, because what they find when they come to events like this is they're not alone. There's other women in the room who are also caring for a loved one or also battling breast cancer. And so it's really helped bring our community together, and they find that they have more in common than they don't.
Absolutely. Well, Tamara, thank you so much for allowing us to come into your world today, and your creativity is absolutely what the American Dream is all about.
Well, thank you for joining me and coming and seeing what all we do here. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you. And thank you to all of you. And we appreciate you tuning in, and we hope that you'll tune in next time. And I'm your host, Cheryl Roberts, with the American Dream.
Hey everyone, Joe Vilmer, your host of American Dream TV. Today we are in Essex, Vermont, visiting Black Flannel Brewery, one of my favorite spots here in Essex at the Essex Experience, a community filled with local businesses. What we're going to do today is sit down with founder Chris Kessler. We're going to learn about the business, and then I'm going to jump into the restaurant for one of my staples that I get every week, the smash burger, along with one of the best old fashions in the area. So let's jump inside, get warm, connect with Chris. Hey everyone, we're here with Chris Kessler, founder of the Black Flannel Brewing and Distilling Company. I got that right?
You do.
All right, how are you? Appreciate
Good.
it. Thanks for taking the time today.
Coming.
So tell us a little bit about the distillery, the restaurant, kind of how everything came to be.
Sure. So first, Black Flannel is a celebration of exceptional craft. We engage in various crafts such as brewing, distilling. We're a full-service bar and restaurant. We have an event space. So part of how we came into being was that we wanted to execute at the highest level on all of those crafts. And we consider hospitality a craft as well, because we wanted to create a community space where people could come in and enjoy all the crafts and have an exceptional experience.
Yeah.
And so I think we've executed that very well. Also wanted to work with interesting people. And so we have brewers, distillers, a great chef, great head of our restaurant service program, bartenders, bar manager. And I think it works well.
And there was a quote in one of your training videos I mentioned to you before, when you talk about putting the restaurant together and comparing it to a band. As a musician, I can definitely relate to that. Something in regards to if you have one bad member in the band, it's going to affect everybody in the band. Similar to putting together a restaurant.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. We really put a heavy focus on culture. We want to be a place where people enjoy coming to work every day. If you're sitting in the restaurant, you're seeing the employees enjoy each other. It makes a big difference to your experience. So if you have one bad player, it affects the whole culture. So we've really worked hard for training, hiring the right people, and the results have shown. I think we get a lot of people who come back every week. They come a couple times a week.
Coming from someone that comes here every week. So yeah, I can definitely appreciate it. And I can attest to, the staff that's here, from the moment you walk in to the wait staff, through the process of, getting your food, and that's why we come back every week.
That's great.
There was times where, hey, we try a new restaurant every week, but once we started coming here, me and my group of friends, now we're just coming here every week, to enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, what do you see in the future for Black Flannel?
Well, I think there's been some changes in the restaurant and brewing industries. There's been a downturn, I think, economic conditions. For us, we've actually grown year over year, so that's a testament to the quality of what we do. And I think just more of the same, a lot of pushing the boundaries of what we can do with brewing and distilling, and then just looking for other types of experiences, interesting experiences that we can deliver to our community to just keep them interested and keep them coming back.
Very nice. And the distilling portion of things and the bottling, do you see as that something growing on a larger scale as well than from where you are right now?
Yeah, so I've worked a lot with legislation, and in 2022 I worked to get canned cocktails. I used to be distributed as a control state just through 802 stores. There's only about 80 of them at the time, but there's over 2,000 retail locations. So I worked on some legislation to be able to distribute those low ABV canned cocktails. So that's a product of our distillery. So we have both the spirits and we have canned cocktails, and it's just allows people to enjoy a different type of craft, but wider throughout the state. And so,
Very nice. I would love to kind of get a little tour, maybe see some of these projects
sounds good.
In the process, if we could.
Okay, absolutely.
All right. And this is why we're here, the Black Flannel Smash Burger. Single patty, double patty, add bacon, whatever you want. This is why I come here every week. So I'm gonna enjoy this food, and we'll see you over in Colchester to take a look at a beautiful new construction home. Now that our stomachs are full, let's check out this brand new home here in Colchester, Vermont, just about a half a mile from where I live myself. This house will be closing in just a few weeks. For some buyer clients of mine, this is actually the second home that I've helped them purchase, and so excited for them, Michaela and Addison, moving forward in their future. Let's check it out. So this brand new construction home, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, almost 3,000 square feet, hardwood floors throughout, open kitchen, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, a beautiful primary suite on the upper level with its private shower, tiled, beautiful home, everything that my clients need for their growing family. See why they fell in love with it. Thanks so much for joining us today with American Dream TV. I am your host, Joe Vilmer. Until next time.
Hi, and welcome to American Dream TV. Today we're visiting Middleton, Idaho, which is a community of about 12,000 people, about a half hour outside of Boise. Middleton really has a lot going for it. It sits on the banks of the Boise River. It's got very good access to the freeway, and downtown Boise got its own school district. A lot of people have discovered that it's a great place to live and recreate and then work downtown. At the heart of this transformation is Middleton Commons, Middleton's newest and biggest mixed-use development. All right, Rob Squires is the construction manager of Middleton Commons and is going to walk us through what's happening here at this exciting new commercial development. So Rob, tell us what Middleton Commons is.
Well, we've got 7 pre-engineered metal buildings ranging from 30,000 square feet to the biggest down to about 20,000 square feet on the smaller end. And they're all divided up into 50 units. You can take more than one if you want, 2, 3, 4, take the whole building. There's a gym that's already been put in, and they took the whole building on one of the current buildings that are already up. The building we're standing in here, this is a 30,000 square foot building. We're about to finish out this last suite here on this far end, and there's already several of the units full, only a couple left to fill.
So 13 out of 16 in less than a year's time.
Less than a year, yeah, it's going good.
How's it been working with Middleton?
Oh, Middleton's been great. Yeah, we've got a good relationship with the city, and they're excited about this project and have worked well with us to, keep the ball rolling.
The anchor tenant here at Middleton Commons is Middleton Fitness, whose grand opening was just this week. Let's go take a look inside. Okay, we're here with Jonathan Eldridge, the owner of Middleton Fitness. Thanks for taking time with us today.
Absolutely.
We're here on a Friday morning, kind of middle of the workday, and the place is packed. How has this gone so well?
First off, Middleton School District doesn't have school on Fridays, so we're a little bit busier on Fridays. But we've been super fortunate and super blessed to be here so far. So this is our grand opening week. Today's Friday. We opened up on Monday, and we're just trying to hit the ground running. Middleton's a great place, awesome community of people. All the members just have good, positive attitudes, make it a great atmosphere. So it's been great.
So tell me about the project.
Well, I had a buddy that said, hey, come out and we're doing a project in Middleton. We'd love you to join. And I'm like, no, that's okay. And I had some family that lived out there. And as it were, I was doing a project with our handsome host and in Mountain Home. And what we found out there was Mountain Home was really lacking in residential and they didn't have enough housing for their people, and so they had all this leakage, and we found like $70 or $80 million leaving that community. And so I did go out to Middleton and just to check it out, and I was like, oh my gosh, there was buildings and homes and everything everywhere. And I'm like, same thing that's happening in Mountain Home is happening in Middleton. They have all these people, all these beautiful homes, all this money, all these subdivisions going on, and they have tens of millions of dollars every year going to Napa, Caldwell, Boise, Meridian, everywhere but Middleton. And so my partner and I talked, and we decided to actually 1031 from one project to the other. And there is such a need out in Middleton for really nice upscale commercial space. If you look at kind of the old Middleton and the new, this kind of reminds me of Eagle. 25 years ago when I moved to Boise, we took wedding pictures out there and there was nothing there, and now it's just vibrant and beautiful, and it's been awesome. I love it. We have a huge gym coming in. We've had some Fortune 500 companies that wanted to come there, and we just weren't there in time. We had someone that wanted to make a regional hub for the whole nation. I think it's a really nice project, a lot of demand, so we've been very fortunate and blessed.
So we met with a family here in Middleton to take a look at a project they're doing to serve the community from their own home.
We moved out here about 15 years ago, and we wanted a little more space to raise our 8 kids. We wanted to give them similar opportunities that we had growing up, you know, doing kids stuff like digging holes, getting muddy, climbing trees, building forts, all of that kind of stuff, and realized with more of our kids leaving home that we really wanted a place for people to gather. Soccer field, we have pickleball, basketball, a lake. We have people ask us if they can bring a group of friends out and play pickleball. We've had, you know, a couple of family reunions here, a lot of youth groups come, and even company parties and a wedding. So we've loved sharing the space with people and giving them a place that they can gather.
I hope you've enjoyed our tour today. As always, if you've got any interest in any of the beautiful homes or the amazing investment opportunities here in Middleton, please reach out to us at century21eaglerock.com. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the American Dream TV. We created this show to combat negative media, to show that the American Dream is alive and well by showing you real stories in real neighborhoods. Thank you so much for watching the show, and cheers to your American Dream.